What's up, everybody? It is Thursday, February 26th, and yeah, Nvidia, way to destroy the market. Um, One thing I even realized I was doing some day trading on some Nasdaq futures, and market orders or just jumping in on momentum. Gonna be honest with you, terrible entries for me. So I know in the trading plan, pullbacks, the breakouts, momentum entries. Uh, Honestly, these trades, from rolling contracts to doing all the other things, it's just not. I'm not seeing a lot of success with it, which it's about to be 2 months into the year. Not seeing success with it at this point is just letting me know that it's probably not for me. So from momentum standpoint, probably not gonna do this. Also, because I kind of put rolling contracts under that momentum space. Just gonna focus on like initial entry to trade terminus, and we're gonna get it on pullbacks. While last month I'd say the market was low, wasn't as funky with certain things, and I was able to roll. I think it was like Honeywell. I just kept rolling Honeywell constantly, but now, um, market conditions are a lot different. So, what I'm thinking of doing, well, actually, what I'm going to do today is just going to reset the portfolios, start anew, and kind of see where things are at. This way, start with a fresh slate. I'm just going to have to incur some losses, but it's part of the game. Um, because I think what's happening is because so um, all over the place with trying to get in here, trying to get in there, not having a consistent entry plan. I think just experiencing some issues with that. So without further ado, we're gonna restructure. This is the Roth. So we're gonna do this one first. So Apple, honestly, we'll just close it. And that's not to say that we aren't going to revisit because I'm going to put on some new trades as well. We're just going to close everything out and then we're going to assess the damage from there. Oh, how did I get on Coke? Oh, duh. All right. Amazon. Yeah. Like, we'll just. See, and this one's not even that bad. I mean, what day did I get in on this? 24th, so got in 2 days ago. Trade above. See, today, pull back, order block right there. This one, I'll leave alone. I'll leave alone for now. FCX, nothing there. I'm just gonna close out these big ones because that means all this is telling me is there's probably I could probably get a better entry, and that we can really reassess the trade. Amazon did me justice where it decided to stay close and not fluctuate as much. But with Nasdaq, with the massive drop today, it doesn't really. Yeah, it's kind of hard to gauge things because it might be time where puts are a thing. Intel got stopped out of this. Can reassess that. FCX leaving for now. Coke, this position just has a stop. I'm not just going to get rid of that just yet. Pepsi is just flat. P&G's flat. SMCI. I think SMCI is going to be a beautiful trade. We're going to look at that chart later. But yeah, just absolutely just crushed with NVIDIA earnings today. And then TSM, yeah, we're just gonna cut it. Preserve capital. There's no point in taking any additional losses at this point. So, come on, get me out. All right, so at this point, willing to leave on Amazon because 15 down. Pull back that order block. So I'm fine with this. Now this needs to hold. It looks like a little bit below that. This inversion fair value gap. So these structures need to hold. If we drop through, all of that, then this trade is just invalidated. So we're just gonna put on right here. This is stop loss. Okay, so that's Amazon. FCX. Okay, so see FCX, like we're still in there. Yeah, that one can stay for now. Coke, we already talked about. NVIDIA, this is why, this was a momentum entry play. Let me just get rid of this. Let's just get that out here. I entered that today. It's like, oh, it's going to head lower, but it was overextended, and that's why I've got to stop doing that. Got to stop doing that. It's just it's hurting more than it's helping at this point. And the sooner that I feel, as an individual, you're able to recognize that, then you can kind of start eliminating some of the bad behaviors that you have. But this is I'm still learning, and really still trying to find my way on some things. So it is what it is. Pepsi. When did I get into this? 223. What happened on 223? Yeah, big push up. Then we had this would have been a better day to get in on. Simple pullback. And then, could have dropped down to, let's say, the 15-minute. And it's like, okay, so we're in the drops in the box. And I made what? 167. Drop down here, hit the order block. So 2 PD arrays, and then hit that, and then rallied back out. So going to focus a lot on just these pullback entries. So this one, if it decides to pull back more, we've got some time on that. Procter and Gamble, I believe this was, how many of these did I buy? Yeah, this is the original position on this. So Procter and Gamble. Yeah, so see, pull back into this area. This would be where we would enter the trade anyway. So no change there. And then Tesla, pull back into this area and then came back into this one here. So still, downtrending, but made this, and then if we look at it, lower highs, and then you make this higher high here. So I mean, a lot of it's also going to come down to like what is the market doing? Like, if Nasdaq is just going to be Nasdaq and bearish, then nothing to do about that. That's just the market, and we have to take what the market gives you. So yeah, Tesla still like this. This looks good. Market structure shift, pullback day, good entry today. So now we're down to, got this short call on for some. Let's see. All right. MO, yeah. All right. So now looking at capital on what's in the Roth, and gonna wrap up this account and then I'll move on to my IRA account. All right. So this one, two, three, four, five, six. All right. So since the account is under the 25K mark, we're now gonna drop things down to 20K. So with that in mind, if let's say 500 by 25, 2%, so 20K times 0.02. So yeah, we're looking at $400 positions for this. So all new positions are going to be $400. And we have 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so let's look at some of the trades we were in, see if there's, maybe like a re-entry we can get into at something shorter. So looking at Apple, pullback. Into here. And while the entry may have been missed, 271.05 would have been, the better spot, sitting at 271.80. This I'd be willing to take a chance on up here. Now, this could come back to here, which of course is an even better entry, but you never know. Like, this could just hit here tomorrow, we get a good day. Or it could continue to drop. I mean, first, here, let's take a look at QQQ. QQQ just got smacked. Okay, so even QQQ is looking to press higher. We'll have to see where this ends up, honestly, because it's not looking. It's looking like it wants to just rip through this. And this is not giving me the most confidence. I mean, you've got what? Disinversion fair value gap here, order block right here. So, I mean, you got things working in favor of supporting the idea that we'll go higher. It's just with geopolitical events and everything that's happening, is it going to go higher? So this might actually be one based off this order block. This will be our first one. And I haven't traded a lot of QQQ, but we'll just, since I'm tracking the index anyway, we'll trade QQQ. So $400 could do the 628s be right up at that point, or the 332s. No real difference. So the 630s, a little more volume, open interest. Oh, and the theta decay. Yeah. All right. Our first trade is going to be QQQ. Going to start utilizing these pullback days a lot better. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, we can get 3 more trades. So that's QQQ. We said we were going to look at Apple, Amazon, FCX. Let's see, from communication standpoint, because I'm also looking at heavily in staples. I don't want to be too much in just one area. Okay, so this not so bad. I mean, granted, downtrending, but this is kind of that pullback of can we go higher? So it took the sell side here, rallies up, comes back in there, tries to get out in there, pushes up. I mean, if I'm looking at this from a weekly standpoint, all we've done is, yep, because you got the gap right there. All Google has done is just came back into this weekly gap, and it's holding upper half. So with that in mind, and the weekly is still bullish. I mean, you can even just tell from the uh, 10 and the 20 moving averages, still very bullish stock. This is not a bearish stock, higher time frame, but in the shorter term, facing some adversity. But I still like this for calls. So yeah, see, would like to do the 320s, but you know what? Just slap on these 325s. All right, we've got 2 more trades we can do. So let me check my list. Got Google, still in KO. Tesla. So so we have no tech stocks. So let's look at NVIDIA. I'm not going to touch. So SMCI, I think this one, it's in the consolidation. It had this massive rally up. Now it's not looking so good. It's kind of just moving sideways. Yeah, this is just consolidating, but it's holding this area on the weekly. It's holding this gap right here. So personally, I think it looks good. Has a lot of upside. Not sure if this is part of SOX though, because let's look at our semiconductors. Or did I put it in 2026? Oh, I hate when I misplace stuff. I think this is the new one that I made. I might have to redo this. Yeah, so SMCI is not in SOX. But you know what we can do? Let's take a look at SOX, because SOX took a hit today, but yeah. Maybe if it gets down to like right here, 79.50. But I mean, yeah, semiconductors not looking too good today. Or this is where the Qualcomm held up. Or this is just where the bounce happens. Look at TSM, seeing some strength from TSM. So yeah, TSM. Honestly, I'm not mad at this. Made that new high, comes back here. And I'm gonna start flying through the rest of these so I can speed this video up. So like from here all the way up to here. Yeah, I'll get back into TSM. Strong stocks making higher highs. Now TSM gonna have to, I hate when it does that. It's gonna have to go out there. So with these 415s and kind of just let this one ride. All right, so we can put on one more in this for a total of 10 trades. Let's look at good old. I think we're going to do Apple. Yeah. Still like the Apple setup. If you remember, here's a chart for Apple. You know, nice little pullback. And see, this isn't alarming to me. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4 green days. Light pullback hits this gap and then up. So, but like I said, everything's going to be, if the market doesn't want it, then we don't get it. So, and Apple has very affordable options for smaller accounts, which is one reason why I like the stock. All right, and that's the Roth, capping this one at 10 um 10 positions, and kind of see where things go from here. As you see, shit, like already kind of down on some of the new ones, like TSM's down, but QQQ's up. uh Google up a little bit, Amazon flat, Apple nothing yet. So that's that. Now moving on, let's go in and let's clean up the IRA. Stock positions I'm going to leave alone. Might actually add to those first. So this one's going to be operating as a 30K account now, based off these the pullbacks. We were growing, but just got a little bit too big for our britches. So on this one's going back from 700 risk per trade to 600. So nothing crazy, but it is going to dictate kind of how we do some of the trades. So Amazon, as similar to the Roth, we're just going to leave that one alone. FCX we'll leave alone. Coins flat. So Google, we did a re-entry on. Did I? Didn't I? Yeah, we did at Google. All right. So this way, I don't have to do everything. I don't have to like analyze extra. You can just watch both of them, both accounts move together, same tickers. So we're going to roll down to these 315s right here. Honeywell, yeah, just going to close out of this for now. Try and get back as much of my capital as I can. Intel stops or hit on this one. And since I have KO still on in the Roth, I'll leave that there. MO on in the Roth. MU. MU. I was in an AU position. Had an AMD position I got out of earlier. Intel. We got Google, AU, AMD. All right, so let's keep cleaning. Coke will sit in. MO is still in. MU we got out of. NEM's holding up. I won't touch that. NVIDIA, yeah, just got out of those calls. Pfizer's flat. P&G's flat. Palantir flat. SMCI absolutely getting crushed. Target's flat. Tesla flat. TSM. Yeah, we re-entered on this one. So I'll just do this one now. We can get these 405s under 600. So let's go for those. Then we have Wells Fargo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. So comparing apples to apples, we have Amazon in both accounts, FCX in both accounts. We got the Googler in both accounts, KO in both accounts, TSM in both, Tesla, PG. I do not have a Pepsi position on this account. So let's add a Pepsi position. When we look at Pepsi, I believe I pulled this one up already. Nice simple pullback. It's still uptrending, but you know what? We're about to hit the box before the sake of this video. I'll just get in now. It's a like early entry because what is this? 23.25 cents. So I'm not going to lose sleep over going down 25 cents. We're in the vicinity. So that's fine with me. So $600 position. Put on 2 of these. And then I'm going to add a QQQ position. Go down here. Looks like 623. Don't really like that number. I'd rather have increments of 5. So yeah, we'll do 625s. Just do one of these. So now we've aligned that across both accounts. And then the last one being Apple. So now we'll have a lot of similarities across the two. This will also cut down on the analysis. I can get into better trades as well. Because one cool thing, if you don't know about Thinkorswim, is when you go in here to confirm and send, you can buy things for multiple accounts. So that's Apple. How many positions are we working with? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. All right, so at best, what did I say? 17, what did I... Oh, we're over 10 to 12. It's really where we should be. That was 35K. So really, yeah, this is still over. So got a little balancing left to do because now this is more like a 66.33. Yeah, I was not paying attention to this. So with that in mind, NVIDIA, just going to let NVIDIA just fade for now. Um, Others of note, Honeywell still looks good. Still holding. It's just, today's just a day. And that's kind of how I've, worked to, rationalize things. So today's just a day. So Honeywell, still valid. Um, AMD, see now this is a good entry. Like has things to the downside and to the upside. Good pullback right here. 50% point of this. Um, might put this one back on. Oh, but then you see this. This right here on the weekly. This looks bearish to me. Because it came up, you take your buy side liquidity right here, drops down through here, and then kept going down, leaning further into this, and then wicks up, and now it's getting pushed down like this. So to me, while it is in an uptrend, I'm thinking they want to head lower based on what the weekly is showing me. Thinking, we might fill this gap. And then on the daily, how could we possibly support that thesis? So, we ran the buy side here, turning over here. Yeah. I mean, really on the day, like this is ranging. So really this is a 50-50 trade here. Weekly, I would say we're heading lower for sure. That's where my bias would be. Also getting down below this. So, you know what? We'll throw on. This will be the last trade for the day. We'll throw on. What is coin doing? Flat. Apple calls. Okay, everything. Yeah. Last trade, we're going to do an AMD put. I'll go 600. Look at these 190s. So, we'll fire that in the hole. Come on. All right, and that's that. So overall, you know, red day in the market. Even if you go, if you just look at Market Watch, like you can see, tech just rough day. Let me rephrase. Rough day in couple sectors, but as you can see, like Netflix, Disney, Meta, you know, energies looking good, financials looking good, consumer discretionary, and see, and that's the thing, yeah. Palantir, we have a position in Oracle. Netflix is a good one though, and I really wish I would have gotten into that honestly. So Netflix looks like it finally wants to make the move higher. Because looks like it's pulling back, like big push yesterday. So we'll look for this to pullback. May not enter today, but yeah, if you were able to catch, was it 75? And already, if let's say you were, one of the people who got it down here, yeah, 11% move. It's not bad, not bad at all. But maybe buy like some shares. Shares I tend to be a little bit more lenient with, just because I'm looking to hold those for longer. So like if we look at this on the weekly, kind of just went up there, hit the 10-day moving average, rejecting off of that. So what I'll do for this one, and then I'm gonna wrap this video up, is gonna focus on pullbacks. And this is temporary because I have to see where the day closes. And if we're real close to this, I might put a trade on at the end of the day. Because if it goes there after hours, then if it's close enough, it'll probably after hours it'll probably dip into this and then go higher. So next time this crosses into here, we'll see. But no, that's it for today. Thank you all for joining. I'm gonna keep getting better. I'm gonna keep learning. I'm gonna work on being more consistent. But thanks for joining the journey once again. This is for educational and entertainment. Well, not even education. This is just for entertainment purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor. I hope you can learn something from my mistakes, so that you don't make the same mistakes. But I look forward to you all joining me in the next video. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.